I see that. You know what? That's fascinating. I love that title. That's fascinating. Good job, Chris. Excuse me, I'm trying to experiment with lighting. I've got a short one. That's actually too much right there, so. Okay, guys, I'm still here. Too much right there, so. Okay, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. I've got a shorter cord on this, so I'm going to switch the cord. That way I can move it over to the other side. That way the fan's not flashing in your all's eyes. So we'll just move it over this way. Forgive me, I should have done all this before we started. Sorry. Okay. Got the cord running in my way, but at least the fan's not flashing so much in your all's eyes. Well, it'd be alright. You staying in, if the temperatures are unbearable, don't even tempt it. But it's great that. Hi, Jim. I'm doing great, thank you. It's very good, Chris, that you're getting views. I'm very tickled to hear that, man. I think you're off to a wonderful start, buddy. I do. How are you doing, Jim? Hi, Greg. How are you doing today? Yeah, that's about how it is every day, isn't it? Person gets by, basically. Can be a greater day or a lesser day, but I'm doing pretty good. Now, normally when I do my live streams, I don't ever have a subject, but today I'm wanting everybody to kind of open up, and I would love for us to discuss what our ambitions are for our channel and what we want to do in our life in a general. I mean, not getting deep into our personal business, but the ambitions that we are looking for in our future when it comes to our YouTube channel and what we want to do in life as a YouTuber. Actually find subject matter, that way it'll be fascinating for people to come in and converse. For me, I have chosen to make YouTube an actual career. Oh, really? Wow. Mm, I think a kid behind the camera is okay as long as there's an adult with them. I mean, a young person is all right. My son's 15 and he just started being a YouTuber, but he does gaming, but to do field work, I believe it'd be awesome for them to go with an adult. But yeah, I had chosen to make YouTube a career. I mean, even when I become monetized, even if I managed to do 200 to 400 a month, that would still be something coming in. And I would like for it to be even more, but in some way being able to contribute to my husband and for this family, that's what I'm working toward. Um, I suffer from different medical things that more or less kind of would prevent me from being a reliable employee. I would end up having to call off work a lot, and that would be a waste of employment and the employer's time. Yeah, I know. They do. They're getting pretty bad about it. And that's the reason why content's got to be just a little bit, you've got to be more careful with your content. Yeah, but if you've got that ambition and the patience and the time and you enjoy doing it, then it would be worth it in the end. I'm I'm one of those kind of people. I don't quit. I don't give up. Um, if there's something that I'm looking for, I work at it until I achieve it. I'm not a quitter. But I enjoy making videos. I love it. It's like one of my favorite pastimes. I think that's one reason why I've not just settled with doing great walks, because if I was to settle with that, I wouldn't get very much video out. So I do the vlogs and my big mouth and all that because I enjoy doing videos. I love it. It almost comes natural to me. I don't have humongous goals, so to speak, for my channel, like an outrageous ambition. Yeah, you keep working on those ideas, Chris. You keep doing those. I've heard a lot of people complaining about being demonetized. For some odd reason, there may be something that, I don't know. It's a sad thing if you've worked so hard on your videos and for some reason YouTube finds some reason to get you in trouble over something, you know. Yeah, I'm going to keep working toward my goal, but I don't have an outrageous goal, you know. I am looking for this to be an earning in my lifetime. But like these large YouTubers that makes so much, um, they had to have come a long way. Right? Yeah, she was just behind the drape. Just behind the drape, Chris. She's been hanging out on the windowsills all day. I guess because it's sunny or something, or she's seeing something outside that she's enjoying. I don't know what it is. She's been in every windowsill today. She's something else. But yeah, I've my kids live with their dad in Kentucky, and as it goes, like my daughters, they're adults now, but my son is still, He's a mid-teen, and I would love more than anything to be able to even contribute some to help my son out. She does, doesn't it? Yeah, she's got a very feminine meow. But yeah, aside from uh, helping my husband out financially, I also want to be able to help take care of my son, assist my ex in taking care of our son, because he's on disability, permanent disability, and with what he gets, it gets hard for him to handle the bills and taking care of our growing son's needs. So I would love to be able to help my son in any way without it end up being a burden on me and my husband, you know. So yeah, that's my biggest ambition, not just for my own household, but for my kids, because I've also got a granddaughter, an 8-year-old granddaughter that I would love to be able to bless as well. So yeah, there's more reasons than not for me to be doing YouTube. Having the joy of making these videos is one thing, and then, but I'm being patient about being monetized about it. I'm being very patient because I know it's a very patient thing having to rate on getting subs and the view time that's necessary, and then like waiting for YouTube to view, and yep, you gotta wait. But I'm gonna keep putting the content out there. I'm gonna do my best to put content out that YouTube approves of. That way I don't have to worry about it so much. But now I understand that there's another video platform out there called BitChute, and you are actually able to earn money on it as well. I actually checked it out. And all that you need for that is to have a PayPal account. And I guess instead of having a certain amount of subs and views, you you sign on to the adware, you know, the advertisements, and then uh, click on to monetization. Make sure to provide your email address that you've got on your PayPal account, and I guess you earn that way. Hi, kids. Germany, awesome. Great to have you here. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing that, but I've got to straighten up my PayPal account because I had signed on back in 2014 and then signed on again, and I never did cancel my one account, so it kind of messed me up on that. So I have got to get that straightened out, and then I might join the BitChute. But hey, Grandpa, I I'm not giving up on YouTube itself. I would continue doing videos on YouTube, but I would also try to grow my channel on BitChute if I choose to use BitChute. Um, it's just according to if I want to go through all the hassle of getting it straightened out. Thank you, Grandpa. I appreciate that. I've actually, I'm working on a subject matter today instead of having an empty air. So we're talking about channel and life ambitions. The life ambitions based on what you're doing with your YouTube channel, what you are looking for your life in the future based on your YouTube channel, along that line. What you all think about Brian starting a new channel for just vlogging and live streaming? He said that he's going to try to do a live stream today, and I've been waiting for him to start one today. So, what are all of your guys' ambitions? Well, Chris, you remind me somewhat of my husband. His name is Chris too. Believe it or not, my husband's name is Chris also. Um, and he's easily upset about the way people act. He kind of holds things for a while. Um, as far as it goes for your aunt and uncle, maybe they don't understand. But as we was trying to encourage you yesterday, just let it go. Move forward. Because people's going to act the way they act, whether relative or stranger. They're going to act the way they act. So you just let it go. Because you can't change people. You'll not be able to get your aunt and uncle to change. You just move on, and maybe in the future they'll see that what you're doing is a great thing. Whatever their reasoning is, they might change their mind later in the future, but you prove yourself to them. Well, of course. I can understand you being hurt. I can definitely understand that. Hi, Gonzo. Oh, I'm so glad that you made it, buddy. I was thinking about you earlier today. I was going through my subscription list, and I was taking off people that I don't watch. And I had thought about you, and I thought, nope, I'm going to keep on supporting you because you've been there for me too. So I'm going to stay right there for you, buddy. And I'm not doing the keto after all. I read up more on it, and I have to disagree about the grains. I do know that having grains is actually good for you, so I'm just not going to go keto because keto's against having any kind of grain. So, but that's good because, even though I'm not going to do keto, I can still choose like smaller portions with more vegetables and whatever I may need in my diet. So it still works out great, even if I don't do keto. But yeah, I considered that I'm definitely going to keep you because you need support too, and I'm going to give that to you. There was quite a few people that I've chosen. Well, thank you. Um, well, I do know that Cheerios is a whole grain, and I love eating Cheerios. And if I done keto, I wouldn't be able to eat Cheerios. And I'm not talking about honey nut Cheerios or flavored Cheerios. I'm talking about plain Cheerios. And I know Cheerios is good for you because it's good for your heart health. So that's why I decided not to go for keto. Other than that, everything else that keto was for, what they allowed in the diet, it sounded great. So, and I know keto's working for a whole lot of people. Like for Melanie Hine, where she's got so many different disorders and problems physically, the keto's working awesome for her. So for some people medically, it works out even better for people. So I'm not against the keto. Now corn, uh, corn is okay. I don't like necessarily like corn chips and stuff like that, but corn on the cob, I like corn on the cob on occasion. I'm not big into it, just on occasion. Now, soy, I don't like soy. I honestly do not like soy. I don't like its flavor. It's too common of a flavor. I don't enjoy it. So, soy is not a problem. I don't even eat soy. Yeah, he's already going through sub and he's getting his people, and that's a good thing. He's already gotten me too. Well, you know, I'm choosing to believe what Cheerios claims. I'm choosing to believe that. Well, well, I'm still going to trust Cheerios. Other things, maybe not so much, but I'm still going to trust Cheerios. Besides, it's good. It's one thing I can tolerate eating dry. I love you too, Gonzo. Isn't it great to know that we can all disagree without having an argument? We don't ever have to stop being friends because of differences in beliefs and stuff. Other than that, I'm not a big grain lover anyway. Like wheat bread and all that. No, but I do like my Cheerios. So what's your ambitions aside from losing weight, Gonzo? What is your ambitions for your channel? What are you aiming for in your future in life that has anything to do with your channel? Right? Right? And I notice you've got a very large following that's doing keto themselves. They listen to you and they trust you. Yeah. Yeah, you had mentioned that it's not just for those who had been in the military. So, like, I know that post traumatic can also come along the lines of if you had a very um, drastic previous marriage, childhood, accident. Yeah, shoot, there's so many things. Right, right. Now, for me personally, I've been in a few car accidents, and nothing major enough to break. Exactly. Um, the car accidents that I've been in hasn't been over major, but it's to the point that I've had enough of them that when I hear the sound of crunching metal, they still are. I mean, for me, I would still feed. Well, hi. I wish I understood your language, but I appreciate you being here, regardless. Thank you anyway for being here. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I have fed Cheerios to my toddlers, and I think honestly, if you're gonna feed Cheerios to the toddlers, be there with them to watch them. Don't let them eat without your presence. But yeah, the car crashes, when I hear the sound of metal crashing, it does something to me. And sometimes I actually have a fear to drive and I have to make myself. But I can see a vehicle coming out like from an intersection or a side road or something, and it almost seems like they're not going to stop, and that freaks me out. And just there's little things here and there. I'm okay with my husband driving, but anything that's extremely high speed, um, we like to put on the compilations of the high speed wrecks and stuff, and just watching those, I know what's coming. Yes, it does. Mine is just a small fraction of a PTSD. I can handle it on a whole part. It's just a small. But I know that if I had gone, if it would get any worse, it would get to the point I wouldn't want to even go out. But I'm glad that I'm not at that point. True. True. Um, I'd never really thought about it myself, not for myself. And I had always associated PTSD with the military, but knowing that it can affect other people, right? I think in a lot of ways my husband suffers from it because he went through things throughout his life from childhood up into adulthood that it just, and now he's got suspicions and stuff. He doesn't trust very easily. So I think in a lot of ways he suffers from it. And it can disrupt life. It can. Yeah. I know he ended up having a lot of attitude problem growing up after what he went through. Killer myths, huh? I wonder what they meant by that. I know for some people it's even more drastic than others. Like I said, mine's a very mild case, but I know for a lot of people it is severe. Yeah. Maybe they had been listening in and was listening about the grains, because we was talking about whole grains and stuff. Maybe that's what they was getting at. I don't know. Some people they put content in the comments on my live stream and they don't make a lick of sense. They come in to give that little message and they're back out. I wish you'd been on my live stream yesterday, Gonzo. As it happened, Rogue Exploration, who most of the time is on my live stream, somebody came in and said they wanted to finish up my face or something like that, and he had to put them on timeout. Hey, Brights, glad to see you. Hope you can hang on. Well, Brian's still learning how to handle it. He's still learning what he can do as a moderator. I wish they would, because I had reported some people before I even put moderators in. Yep, the Brights, they are so awesome, and I had just let one of theirs run today. They done a mukbang while talking about their family story, and it made a very interesting video. Sounds good, Brights. What are you going to be fixing for dinner? Yeah, we couldn't figure out what that person meant either. Oh, I know it. I know it. Yeah, I know. But I tell you what, some of them, they come in here and they're hateful. Oh, well, yeah. Have yourself a couple spoonful of beans with your salad. That way you're not missing out on some flavor. I mean, portion has a lot to do with it too. Yeah, she does. Which I noticed, Brights, that your guys' channel is very close to making that goal. What's your deadline on it? Have you passed up your deadline, or how much more time have you got? Yeah, you know what? Put the sloppy Joe mix on a bed of lettuce and you've got yourself a sloppy Joe. So what other ambitions has everyone got for their channel? What are you looking to achieve? Well, now, okay, like there's mom and daughter, the rest are men. So, but you know what? It's a great example. You might be. I'm hypo. With half a thyroid, there's a very strong chance that you are. And I tell you what, For those of us who suffer from metabolism dysfunctions, it's a rough road to try to lose weight at all. You have to be more steady at it and determined. Now, for me, not only am I hypo, but I'm also anemic. And those are two factors right there. They work hard against the body. Soy sauce has a lot of sugars in it. Yep. I still need a lot of subs, and I'm being patient about it. I know they're going to come as they come. I'm being patient. What's your ambitions about your channel, Brights? What are you looking for in the future with your channel? Oh, well, I hope that you make it because you are so close. I look to see, and you're close. I'm really hoping that you make it. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, and you guys, you get so many views on all of your videos, and that's a great thing. You've got content people wants to watch. They have to have. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I noticed that you're gaining ground very rapidly. Very rapidly. And that's awesome. I'm glad to know that. Anybody whose channel grows, I am so tickled for them. I'm thinking about doing once a week a series where I'll take a particular person's channel and I'll talk about it and put links up for them. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm trying to consider how I'm going to. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for me, the way I feel, I mean, yeah, I'm wanting my channel to grow, and I'm trusting God for it too, because I've dedicated my channel to God. And so I'm trusting Him for my own. But watching other people's channel grow, it is just the same as if it's mine. Because I love seeing other people's channel grow. I love watching them. I find myself, like for those that's over 1,000 and you don't see their exact sub number, I like going onto the description so that it shows the full number. And I love watching that number rise. I get a fascination out of seeing the number rise, and then I'll go to the about page and I will see how much view time has been given to them. And I love seeing that number rise. Yeah. I'm thinking about how to go about that because a lot of people does that. So I'm not exactly wanting to take the same concept and do it the same way. I'm wanting to do it differently. So I'm working at it and putting it together like. And soon I'm going to start doing that because I think it's a wonderful thing to do. And we all need to help each other out. Exploring with CF had put a very good point out. He said, don't just sub someone in hopes that they'll sub you, but definitely make sure to watch their videos. Be sure to watch their videos, because honestly, if you're just sub to them, you're not doing them that good. They need the view time too. And so, that's what I'm working on. Not just. All right. Thank you so much for joining, Jim. Have a great day. Um, I know I thought I was doing people good by just subbing them, even if I wouldn't watch them. But then listening to CF's theorizing about why it's not a good idea just to sub somebody, it clicked to me. A person can end up with just the right amount of subs to be monetized, but not enough view time. So what is it profiting somebody if you're only subscribed to them and you're not watching them? You're not giving them those minutes, the hours that they need. It's not doing them any good. So, that's awesome, Gonzo. It didn't take you long. That was awesome. But, so I started going through my subs today and unsubbing people painfully, because I know that they need those subs. But if I'm not giving them the view time, then it's not doing them any good, me just having them on my list. So to be more fair to them, I have unsubbed them, the ones that I don't give any time of day. And I hated doing that. But I'm not doing them any good if I'm not watching them. Wow. That was fast. But that's because you had content people wanted to know. You was giving content people needed to know, was looking for. So that is really great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because first off, Chris, I enjoyed your video, man. I enjoyed it. And because you're just starting out, I'm going to keep supporting you. Okay? So I kept you on my sub list. I'm there for you. Yeah, see, and like the ones who's been faithful to come to my streaming, um, some of them I let go because I don't watch their content. And they've been so good to come to my stream. But Lord Bacon Boy, um, not quite sure what you mean. But yeah, it really bothered me to unsub some people. But I'm not going to do them injustice by not giving them any view time. So, and there is no way I could ever watch everyone. There is no way I ever could. I tried to put in a whole lot of view time on people, and there's some content I'm just not into. And the possibility of me watching one video of everybody that I'm on, Yeah, what Gonzo says. But anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to be more fair to people. And it's not that I don't like them. And I am very sure that people has got good content and they're still growing, but it's not a subject that I would get into, you know. And that's what we need to do. It's what Exploring with CF was explaining, that you sub to the ones that's got content that you're going to watch. That way you are giving them the benefit that they need. That's okay. Hey, Redneck. So awesome you're here. Glad you're here. You gonna be able to hang for a while? Good. Awesome. I am glad that you've joined. I always consider it an honor when you get to come onto my stream, buddy. Hi, World Explorer. I'm doing great. How are you doing today? Oh. I bet it's very lean keto. Oh, bless your heart, man. Hate to hear that. You know, it kind of surgery a person has. I mean, whatever part of the anatomy, it doesn't matter. That's rough. Hope you're doing well now, though. Rich talking about the anatomy. How's your shoulder doing, Redneck? Of course not. But doesn't make you any less of a man. Still hasn't recovered, huh? And you said they didn't find anything wrong with it? Redneck ended up getting his shoulder pulled out from a stupid cop. Okay. Yeah, it makes a difference having kids. It does. I was limited a lot. Um, I mean, I hate not living. with my children now, but oh, so you haven't gotten the results yet from the MRI. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've got the freedom now where it's just me and my husband and the cat. But I miss being with my children as well, which my girls, they're adults now. They're out of the house basically. But my son, so in a lot of ways I miss having kids underfoot, but in other ways I'm also grateful for having that open freedom. It's a torn feeling. For me, my husband has never been married before. I'm his first wife, and he's now 50 years old. I met him when he was 46. Buddy, I tell you what, I hope this works out great for you because that cop had no business to do what he did, honestly. He could have asked you simple questions and then let it go, but no, he had to get forceful with you, and you didn't do a darn thing to earn that. So yeah, I hope this works out for your behalf. Um, anyway, my husband, I'm his first, so he doesn't have any children of his own or nothing. He's a stepdad, but he doesn't get to interact with his stepkids, other than like he'll buy something for my son, and then like snack food for all the kids and stuff. No, not all cops, but I understand what Redneck found out. This cop had been kicked off of another force somewhere because of his bad attitude. So yeah, I hope things work out for the better in some way or another. For me, getting back on the subject of my husband, when my son was a few months old, I had a tubal done. So that was 15 years ago. And I am wanting so much to have a baby for my husband. And I told him this morning that I would be willing to have surgery to do a reverse on me if I possibly could to have him one child. I would be willing to do that for him. A little bit too many snakes, I'm afraid. It is sad. It's very sad. So, okay, to get back onto the main subject of my live stream today, because I actually did come up with a subject matter. What are your ambitions for your channel, Redneck? What was it, Gonzo? Oh wow, that's pretty big. I'll tell you what, you've helped a whole lot of people grow, Redneck. A whole lot. I can't even imagine a snake that big. I mean, I have gone to a couple different zoos and seen large snakes. Like the San Antonio Zoo here in Texas has got humongo. uh, pythons, just humongo. They are huge. And I went to the Columbus Zoo in Ohio, and their pythons aren't as big as the ones here in San Antonio. Wow. Oh, do you? I think you're doing an awesome job, Redneck. I really do. Your live streams, I mean, you don't necessarily have content. You don't have a subject. You open up your channel, you let people come in and meet. And I thought that was terrific. He doesn't come on my live stream that often, Gonzo. Yeah. Well, I know, like for me, when I first started doing my live streams, I wanted to have subject matter, and I never could think of any subject, and so a lot of times I would just invite people to come chat and make new friends. And so that for me, seeing others being able to make new friends on my live streams, and I don't get that much traffic through mine, but it seems like every time I do a live stream, at least a couple new people come on that others can subscribe to. So I accomplish getting somebody another subscriber with every live stream. It might not be an overwhelming number, but at least one person succeeds. Yeah. Shoot, I've got a lot of friends here on YouTube, and I try to watch them all. And some of them I might manage to watch one a week, and others I watch every day. Yeah. So, what little bit I manage to do on my live streams is awesome. But today I wanted to have subject matter. Yeah. That's like today I had gotten a new subscriber. I've done that. I've done that. Just like with the Brights, I watched 10 minutes of their video and I let the rest of it run because I needed to prepare for my live stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love it when they do family challenges. Those are the best ones. The family challenges, watching those kids play. I love it when the entire family is together. Yeah, go get that snake. She does. She's got a very wonderful family. Every one of her children are well behaved. thank you. I appreciate that. I hear you, baby girl. Come on. Come on, you want to say hi? Come on, Catherine. Come on, say hi. Guess she doesn't want to say hi. Yeah, she's just finishing cooking. She's still on. She's just cooking. Fixing herself a good salad. Actually, I burned myself out on salad for a while, so. We love you. You and your family, you guys are so awesome. Every one of yous. Okay. Thanks for being here, though, Gonzo. I am so tickled that you showed up. I'd been missing you, dude. You're very welcome. And you know, it shows. It really does. It shows, Brights, because gonna have to stop by more often, Gonzo. Remember, I do them on the weekend. But, yeah, Brights, you can tell that you've got content people want to watch. It shows with how that you're growing. Love you too. So, still there, Chris. You kind of hanging in, are you? Hanging in on the background. You better get that work done, buddy. Your wife's going to be there before you get it done. Tell your bird to shut up and keep working. I'm sure he's just talking away at you. Hey, that's a good thing to do, though, Chris. It is. Sometimes I don't necessarily have anything to say when I'm on somebody's stream, and I just listen to the conversation. And then if there's something that I want to put a couple pennies in, I do it. I had me a good old beef and bean burrito. I like high carb, tasty food. Tomorrow I am going to be fixing a good old-fashioned Eastern country meal. Fried chicken and fried potatoes. I haven't had that in so long. All I get here is Italian and Mexican, and I am missing fried chicken and fried potatoes. So that's dinner tomorrow. Oh, did he? I'd say that you did learn a lot. He's good. CF is really good with his work. His live streams are helpful, and I love watching his exploring. I love the places he goes into. And you know, not everybody is equal in their exploring. Yes, he is. And I love his sense of humor. He's serious but funny. Um, I just, when I watched his first video, the first one I watched of his was the dugout. the Fallout Shelter, and I immediately was hooked. I love his content. And not everybody who explores has got good content, but when you really, he's good. Yes, he was very helpful yesterday. I didn't watch his live stream, but while he was on mine, he was really giving good points out. Very good points. So, yes, Exploring with CF, he's an awesome guy. He's awesome to watch. And I think my biggest attachment to him is the fact that he freezes easy too and he hates freezing. That is a man after my own heart. And I found out his wife bundles up too, so that's a plus for me. Not everybody agrees with that. But I think that you're doing awesome, Chris. So you keep pushing on, buddy. You keep pushing on because you're doing great. So has anybody else got ambitions for your channel and your future for what you get out of YouTube? I know for me personally, the main um, concept of my channel is me exploring parks, showing them off, trail systems and stuff. But I've had to branch off into other videos in order to fill up the space where I don't get to do very many parks. And so I'm just trying to find different content that people's most interested in. That way there's a great variety for everybody. You need to make her one. I attempted to give Miss Catherine her own, but people started getting bored with her, so alright, so now she can just be a photo bomb when she chooses. If she wants to be a video bomb, that's fine. Uh-uh. No, I sure haven't. Is that a YouTube channel or what? A show? I never even heard of it. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Great to see you here. Hope you can hang here for a while. Uh-huh. Man, if I was to see a bunch of little kittens, I would end up get all teary-eyed and giggling and smiles because I'm gaga for kittens. I'm gaga for cats. I love cats. So how are you today, Linda? Awesome. I'm doing just fine. Today's been a great day so far. If you haven't got to check out my latest video that I done this morning, I done an update on how I've done with my weight loss in 3 weeks. So, yep, feeling pretty good today. It's good. You know what? I need to check out. Thank you, Linda. I need to check out about be able to make some thumbnails. Yes, you are. You are. But I'm going to have to check out some different apps. I always delete my videos after I upload them though, so it'd be a little hard for me to find what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look over and see how he's done since I watched the Toys R Us. But what I saw, he's doing awesome. So what other ambitions has anyone got? Maybe in life as general, do you want to make YouTube a permanent thing of your life, a career, or just a side piece? What? Just a hobby or... That's cool. And you know what? Hobbies can end up growing into a very big thing. What can start out as a simple hobby can take off like wildfire, and then it becomes a great thing. Well, it can definitely be that way for you, Grandpa. I mean, for me personally, it would help a lot for me to make anywhere from 200 to 400 a month on my channel. I would like to see it be more than that, but it would help a lot, even with just that little bit. There's all kinds of people out there like that, Linda. I'm a carnivore. There's very little vegetable I like. I really love meats. I tell you what, I mean, for me it's fun. I enjoy doing videos. I enjoy it. It it's like a favorite pastime for me. And if I'm not doing one, all right. Have a good dinner and a good night, Brights. Thank you so much for joining in. Love you, woman. But hi Judy. Well, think of something that you could do. Are you a crafter? Are you an explorer? Uh, are you a painter? What? I mean, just, think of what you enjoy to do. And if you're not much of a talker, then do content where you don't have to say very much. Just, because there is all kinds of fields that a person can work on. Some people do them without a single word. So just kind of think on things that you would like to do. When it comes to somebody doing YouTube, I like to try to encourage them to. Because, I don't know, entertainment in itself is pretty fascinating. And certain subject matters can be informal and interesting and funny, serious. There can be content about being supportive about certain things. There you go. There you go. Let your grandson help you. I'm sure that he'd help you come up with ways that you can make video without having to talk that much or talk at all. It would be a great adventure for you, even if you've done it as just a little hobby or a little side thing for to keep yourself a little occupied or something. Be something for you to check out. Give it a shot. If that's what you'd be interested in, go for it. I do know the more. Okay. I think the for those who's interested in doing keto, the more information they've got on it, the better they are. For Gonzo, I understand he's been on keto now for 15 years, and so his content is everything he knows, the yays and nays, the pros and cons, everything up and down, inside out. For Melanie Hine, hers isn't so much just telling how to do keto, but hers is how she's doing on keto, what it's doing for her. So for you, you could like give what you know about keto and how you're doing on keto, what it's done for you and everything. That'd be interesting. Yeah, Gonzo, he's got a great attitude, and not only is he helping people with keto, but he's also helping people who's got the PTSD, and I think that's awesome. I think that is absolutely marvelous because some subjects are never touched on YouTube. Some subjects never are. So I think him talking about the PTSD and helping people with that is awesome. I think it's terrific. Now I'm going to have to watch more of his live stream when he talks about the PTSD. I don't watch enough of his, and I'm going to have to. Uh, I had let his channel run for a little bit. I started at the very beginning and watched his very first video, and I watched up to 5 of them. And he's got so much out there now. So I didn't get to watch all of them, but it's amazing how much he's evolved, because with his very first one, I was supportive. He said I did help. I don't know what I'd done for him, but I'm glad I did it. Whatever it is I did, I'm glad I did. Because if I can help somebody in any way, even not knowing that I'm doing it, then yay me. I don't know what I did, but okay, I'm glad I did. Um, but yeah, the very first video that he done, you could tell he was nervous, and I thought he'd done pretty good considering he didn't know much of what he was doing. He knew where he wanted to go, but he was nervous getting started. And with every video, he became that much stronger, that much bolder. And now he's amazing. Thank you, Judy. Shoot, I still didn't get to show the brights, how that coloring came out. I was meaning to yesterday, and she fell asleep on us. But, yeah, I'm going to have to try to remember to show her. Next weekend, I'm thinking about starting another coloring page for everybody. Thank you, Grandpa. Now, see, you make me feel good. Because sometimes I don't think that I do well enough. But I still enjoy putting it out there. I still enjoy doing my best. And, you know, it's easy to feel inadequate. But if it's something you enjoy, and I do, I greatly enjoy doing these. I love doing them. I love doing the live stream. I love making my videos. Yes, I am, Chris. I'm your buddy. And you're mine. You're my buddy, too. I love everybody who I get in contact with here on YouTube. I have made so many friends. You, Chris, and you, Grandpa, and Brian, Rogue Explorations, and the Bright family, and Judy, and I have got so many people here on YouTube. Ruthie D, Sightseeing Sally. There are so many people that I am sub to, and we support one another, and I love every single one of you so much. I feel like we're one big family, and my heart soars when I see yous come onto my live stream. It just, my heart explodes. I love Exploring with CF. I love Gonzo. I love Mark Out Loud. I'm missing Mark Out Loud. He hasn't been on for a while, and it pleased me to see Gonzo join today. I love so many of you so much, and I can't express enough what y'all mean to me. I just can't. Yeah, well, I don't think that would be fascinating, Chris, if you would record that, if they tear it down. That would be fascinating. I don't think Sally is really watching all that much now, Grandpa. Where she had been harassed like that, she's not quite doing what she was before that. That would be very fascinating. You be sure and keep an eye on that, Chris, because that would be awesome. That would be a cool thing to put out. But yeah, Grandpa, after that ordeal that she went through, and do you know that still hasn't been resolved? The last time that she spoke about it, there hasn't been anything done about it. And so I think she's being more cautious. She really doesn't comment anymore or anything. And it could be that she is watching your content, Grandpa, but she's not commenting because she's kind of staying hid back in the shadows. That's the reason why she's not putting out so many videos. She's trying not to give that bully too much space. And I can understand that done something to her mentally. I mean, it's even gotten to the point now that the Mister is now by name. In other words, putting it out point blankly. Look, I'm married. This is my husband, and he's here with me all the time. So don't fool with me. So, yeah, I think she's just being a little bit more cautious now because of that instant. And I don't blame her. I'm tickled to see that she's even putting videos out at all. So, yeah, she's not really commented much on mine either. But she said she watches. She quietly watches. She's a silent observer. No, Chris. This is a dear friend of mine and Grandpa's. She went through an ordeal where somebody was trying to Sightseeing Sally. It's Sightseeing Sally. She went through this ordeal where somebody was acting like she was in love with him and stuff and making trouble for her, writing her nasty letters and stuff. I like her content too, and I still love her to pieces. Now, on occasion, me and her will email each other, but other than that, she's gone more or less silent. So, but yeah, Chris, this woman, oh my goodness, she's got a wonderful attitude. She's funny. But I tell you what, when that person started harassing her, it killed something in her. And you can tell. When she does her videos now, even though she's still happy, even though her videos has still got that funny vibe to it, you can tell her spirit has been killed compared to what it was before. It was. Man, I cried when she announced it. I cried with her. But it did, didn't it, Grandpa? It's like it killed something in her. And her putting the content out now, it's almost like she's struggling to. It killed something in her. With that creep out there, it done something to her. But she's a really good woman, Chris. So check her out. She's an explorer. She explores different areas. Did you, Grandpa? Yeah, she explores like attractions and deserts and abandoned areas and stuff. So check her out, Chris. Sightseeing Sally. You'll enjoy her videos. You will. She's Her videos are exciting. I didn't even watch that one. I haven't watched all of them yet. I need to go back and watch her from the very beginning. I watched her very first video. Yes, please. Because she's still recovering from that ordeal. And it shouldn't happen to nobody. I don't care who it is. It shouldn't happen to anybody. They may do it. Well, thank you. Honestly, this town is so old. Now, I filmed in Hillsboro, which is actually not even an hour away. It's closer to about 45 minutes away, Hillsboro is. Yeah, it is an old building, Chris, I noticed. And Hillsboro is an old town. And there's places here in Waco, sections of Waco, that's just as old as Hillsboro. And you can tell the buildings are really old. That Dr. Pepper Museum that I done, it's old. It's a very old building. It is like the original factory. Not like it's the original factory in Waco, but it's not where Dr. Pepper originated. Even though Waco is the home of Dr. Pepper, it's not necessarily where Dr. Pepper originated. I love the place of Waco. And it's a very, I mean, it's a busy town, but it's not over busy. That's, it's actually on the edge of Waco. It's actually on the edge of Waco where that had happened. Um, I'm not certain what direction it is on Waco, but it's on the edge of Waco. It wasn't like in the center of Waco. It's on the edge where that occurred. And as it happens, the people of Waco are trying to put that past behind them. It's a sad event, but people's trying to put it behind them. A lot of the newer generations who lives here really don't even know what happened then. But the people who's lived there all their life and the older folks, yeah. So it was a sad event. Something that should have never even took place, honestly. It shouldn't have been here. Should have never been. So, what's your ambitions, Judy, about your channel? Yeah, it is a good idea. I think a whole lot of people have succeeded in it. It's only when it's brought up that they remember it. And honestly, it's not even talked about. Nobody talks about it around here. So that's a really good thing. The bigger thing that's talked about is the tornado that took place. I think back in the 70s. That's the subject that's mostly spoken about. Oh yeah, yeah, it's free. And the only thing that you have to pay for is your own equipment. But yeah, it's free. Now, if you want to turn yours into a Prime YouTube where you get all the bells and whistles, then you actually pay to do that. Yeah, it is. That's where a whole lot of it comes from. And to be honest, Chris, I kind of got Grandpa and Brian both hooked on it. I encouraged Brian, and Brian was like, no. And Grandpa said, well, if you do it, Brian, I'll do it. So finally, Brian gave in, done his first one, and well, that obligated Grandpa because he said he would, and so Grandpa had to, and Grandpa did. So I got the two of them going on it, and now you can't stop them. I can't stop you two. Nobody can stop you two. You two's a bullet. Let's do this thing. But I'm tickled because the both of you are successful with your streaming. Very successful. And I told you that it was fun. And that's a great thing to do with your channel too. Letting Jesus be known. That's because I haven't set that up. Yeah, I would have to sign up on the super chat, and I haven't. Well, buddy, if I knew that you was live streaming, I'd be on it. I know, isn't it cool where people comes from? All around the world, it's awesome. Yeah, yeah, Chris. Don't give up on trying, okay? Because, okay, I'm going to tell you, my first live stream, I held it for 10 minutes and not one soul showed up. Not one. 10 minutes, Chris. No one. I was looking at myself breathing, and I thought, no one wants to see me. Nobody wants to come talk to me. So I just didn't do one no more. And then I don't know what got me to try it again. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. Um, I'm just going to have to pay attention because I don't remember seeing you ever start one. And it might have been before I did even subbed you. So don't give up and try again. Uh, yeah, see, look there, Chris. You've already got some people looking forward to you doing another stream. So give it a try, pal, okay? My second one, I ended up, like, 3 showed up, but in the end, it was just me and Grandpa. You remember that, Grandpa? It was just you and I. And I ran it for how long? Only about an hour, wasn't it? Something like that, 30 minutes or an hour. But it was just you and me, Grandpa. All right, Redneck, did you get that snake? Um, in answer to you, Linda, there's different ways that you can get subscribers. You could start out by going to other small YouTuber channels and subscribing to them. Well, shucks. Next time. You'll get you one next time. So that's, I was stuck on, yeah, exactly, Chris. I was stuck at 23 subs. And I was just letting people subscribe to me. I wasn't trying to get any. I just kept putting out videos, hoping that someone would subscribe. And then I had watched one person do a video on how to get more subs. Oh, I see. So you've got people who let your video run, but they won't talk to you. I see. Okay. Well, we will. We'll chat with you. Anyway, so one of the things that was suggested to go to other small YouTubers that's active, that has videos posted recently, and that is of the same content that you enjoy, and sub them, and most of the time they'll sub you back. And then another way that I found, because I went on ahead and done that, I went to the small YouTubers that was of familiar substance that I like watching, and I would watch their content and sub them, and then they subbed me back. And then I went on my first live stream. It was on Sally's. I watched Sightseeing Sally with her very first live stream, and I ended up gaining a few more subs. So I discovered that going through other people's live streams, you can get subs too. So basically, you just visit other people's channel that's of the same interest that you've got, sub them, make sure that they're active, that they've got recent videos, sub them, and most of the time they'll sub you back, and go on live streams, and be sure to check out people's channels that you don't know, and see about subbing them. Most of the time they'll sub you right back. So through live streams and going to other people's channels, and that's how you can get them. But on the whole part, just keep putting the content out that people wants to watch, and they'll come to you anyway. Because after you get so many videos put out, see? Okay. So, that's a lot of channels for you to watch. That is. But you put content out there for them to watch too. Yeah, you did. You and I met through Sally's live stream. We did, Grandpa. And anyway, Linda, so put the content out there. Put your videos out there for people to see. And after you've got so many videos put out, eventually they'll start putting you on recommendation for other people to see it's there, and they'll check you out. Thank you. It does work. It does work. You're welcome. And great luck to you, Linda. I hope that this works out for you. I really do. I'm pretty certain that I am subbed on you, so I'll certainly be watching for any content that you put out there. And great luck to you. Great luck. I'm sure that you'll be a success. This old cord's getting in my way. It's aggravating. That's how I started out. Just one. Matter of fact, my story, believe it or not, my very first subscriber was good old Sightseeing Sally. As soon as I made a channel, I went straight to Sightseeing Sally, and I said, guess what? Check out my first video. I'm going to be a YouTuber. She went and watched it, and she put, guess what? I'm your first sub, that is. And so Sally was my first one. I have loved that woman since she was just over 1,000. Hello, Ronnie. How you doing today? But yeah, Sally was my first, and my husband was my second. My son was my third, and my mother was my fourth. Who was after that? I have no idea. Because after that, because like I was stuck at just four, and one day I decided to look at my sub count, and I was up to six, and I thought, wow. I had no idea who the two other subs were. Yep. Hey, Crypto. How are you doing today? Boy, I'm getting a great crowd in now. It's so awesome for yins to join in, honestly. How you doing today, Crypto? A whole lot of people that I sub to, I met through Sightseeing's live stream. I met Ruthie D on her live stream. And I fell in love with that woman too. I haven't watched her videos that much here lately though, where I've been trying to watch everybody else's. I need to catch up on her videos. Right now she's on vacay. She's visiting her family. I'm doing really good today, Crypto. Thank you. Today has been a pretty awesome day for me. Wish my lip would moisten up. There you go. Starting out like that, that's how it works. I mean, you're not necessarily going sub for sub. You're just simply you're grabbing content that you enjoy and subscribing to people. You love their attitude, you love their videos, and at the very least they'll check out what you've got. But a lot of times I find that whoever I subscribe to, most of the time they subscribe me back. So, you know. And sometimes you lose some, sometimes you keep them. That's another thing that you have to be aware of. You may lose some subs, but as long as you keep putting content out there and you stay faithful at it, even when you lose some, you gain more. And that's how it goes. Take a couple steps back, but take several steps forward. YouTube is a very patient thing. You got to stay patient with it and keep at it. Okay, to become monetized, first off, make sure to sign up on the advertisement, the AdWare or whatever that's called. Be sure to sign up on that because you won't have a chance to monetize unless you do. Yeah, but you won't even get commercials. Like if you don't sign up for that and you reach the requirements, you still won't get monetized. You have to sign up on that. That way, when you reach what's required, you'll start being monetized. So the requirements after you sign up for the advertisements, um, the requirement is 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of view time. And that's what the requirement is. After that, they'll put you on a view. They'll review your channel. And when they see that your content is worthy to be monetized, they will AdSense. That's it. Thank you, Redneck. Thank you. Anyway, so after they review your channel and they see that you're worthy to earn, they'll start throwing the commercials in, and then you'll be able to start earning. Now, some people, they can be way over the mark, way over 1,000 subs, way over 4,000 view time, and they're still not monetized yet. They're still on the review. Yeah, he's doing awesome himself. He's growing just because of what he's doing. Mm-hmm. So, yep, just if you're serious about doing this, Linda, be sure to sign up on the AdSense. That way you will be set up for when you can get monetized, and just put your content out there and be faithful at it and be patient, and it will come. Just gotta be patient. Keep putting it out there. Wow, 2,000 to go. You'll get there soon, I'm sure. Just 2,000 more hours. Man, Redneck, you're going to be there before you know it. Now, you do your live streams for long hours at a time. That right there is going to make a big difference. You'll be there before you know it. Forgive me for my primping here. That is driving me nuts. I don't like hair out of place. I go crazy over my hair, I tell you. Drives me crazy. Oh, thank you, Grandpa. I'm nitpicky over it though. I have been ever since I was in school. Matter of fact, I mean, like when I was younger, I just had long hair, no style to it, just long, parted in the center. Okay, that was fine. No fuss, no muss, just cut out the rats and tingles when I got them. But then I had bangs cut and feather on the sides, and my hair had to be perfect. And if it was acting up, because I've got a lot of body and wave in my hair, and if my hair acted up, oh my gosh, I would fuss so long on my hair in the morning getting ready for school that I would cause myself to be late for that bus. And the bus came up the holler where I lived. But like I would still have to brush my teeth and gather up my books, and here I'd be fussing with my hair. Oh, now see, I've noticed a whole lot of people like they've had their channel for quite some time, but they've been up steam. Melanie Hine had her channel. I think she said 4 years now. I think she said 5 years. All right, Linda. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I hope that you do awesome. Hope you get this started. But yeah, Melanie Hine, like she done videos since she started, but I think she's really starting to pick up steam now. She is really starting to pick up steam. I watched a video she done 3 years ago. And that is amazing, kind of going backwards in a time warp. But she's really starting to pick up steam. Now, I've been signed up on YouTube since 2016, but I didn't become a YouTuber until February of this year. In 2016, I was just watching. Hi, Nathan. How you doing today, man? Great to see you. Um, yeah, I was just watching videos in 2016. Not necessarily subscribing to anybody. I didn't have my own YouTube channel or anything. I was just watching videos. But I decided to become a YouTuber myself. Yeah. I know, like, I started watching YouTube actually probably about 5 years ago, and I'd started a YouTube account then, and then, like, I forgot my password and everything, so I re-signed up again, started up a new email account and everything through Google so I could do YouTube again and watch it. And I had contemplated about being a YouTuber myself. Cool. Yeah. Well, like I said, I had actually just started a channel this year because I didn't have a channel. I didn't have a channel. I would find something that interested me. Usually it would be just a movie, something that I was interested of a movie, and watch the movie. As far as entertainment, I didn't just go on to anything. It had to be a movie. But my first subscription was my brother, which he wasn't starting out a channel. He just done videos of his girls and done a couple of them, and I subscribed to him, but he's not a YouTuber. So, but yeah, I was contemplating about becoming a YouTuber, and I was thinking, but what would I do a YouTube on? And then I thought about the fact that I do a lot of walking here in Waco at the parks and stuff, and I thought, well, I could record doing the parks. And I thought more about it, and I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So, but before that, I had read on how to earn money on YouTube. And actually, what got me to start checking into that was I caught on YouTube, they done a video on the richest YouTubers, how many subs they had and how much they was earning. I thought, wow, okay, that's something to check into. So I read up on it and saw, yep, sure enough, you can earn money on YouTube. And then, like, I thought, but man, this is going to be so difficult to start up. But when I checked into it again and I actually gave it a shot, I found out it wasn't so difficult to start up after all. And I just took off from there. Yep, sure will. She sure will. I'm still waiting for Brian to start up his live stream. He said he was going to do one today, but he didn't know when, so I'm still kind of watching for when that flashes up for him. Just got to remember the new title for his new channel. And I think is a good idea. Just start up a channel where he gets to be himself. I don't know how much I'm going to like him being himself, but I'm going to support him the best I can. So, yeah, my ambitions about my channel and my future with my channel is just simply me being able to earn money on it because I have made this my career. It's something I enjoy doing and I'm being patient about it. And I'm looking forward to it being of a great help in some ways with my family. It is definitely something I enjoy doing though. These live streams, they're a pleasure to me. Getting to meet new people, making great friends, having my friends and family, because you all's like family to me. I know that we're YouTube friends, but man, you guys are like family to me. So having you stop by to say hi, and it means a lot to me. And then being able to put out content that I'm sure somebody will be pleased to watch, anybody and everybody of something. And it's something I greatly enjoy. It's a pleasure to me. And that's my ambitions for my channel. That's what I'm looking for and that's what I'm aiming for. Every one of yous have got great ideas for your channels. Yins are doing awesome. You've got content that's fascinating and you are all doing great with your channels. Every one of yous. Okay. So is there anything that any of yous got to say? Anything that yous would like to add? Any questions, comments, you know, what's on your mind? I've actually ran out of subject. I wore it out. I'm waiting for Grandpa to get back on. So who and all is still on here? The counter shows I've only got 3. Who's still on here? I hear crickets. If I yell loud enough, I might hear an echo. Hey, anybody out there? Nobody wants to speak now. Yo, anyone, please speak or ever hold your peace. That counter might be lying to me. There might not be anybody on here right now. I don't trust that old counter anyway. Okay, nobody is wanting to speak, and I'm waiting for Grandpa to get off, get back on. That way I can say goodbye. I'm not wanting to be rude and shut it off without letting him know. Okay, so anyway, I'm sure that you are just letting it play even if you're not actually interacting right now, but um, I won't be doing another live stream until next weekend. So far as I know, it will be around 4 o'clock, somewhere around there, 4 o'clock-ish. Um, and I may be starting another coloring page Saturday, or I may do one live stream on Thursday after my big mouth and start a coloring page. I'll decide from here to there. But seeing that it was a pretty good success, I may attempt another coloring page and see how well that goes. Um, I'm just not quite sure when. So, okay. Um, so, so far it looks like, for now, with my husband's schedule, Saturday I will be doing live stream around 4ish, and then Sunday and Monday around 5ish. And so I'm still doing it on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but um, it is going to be somewhere around the hour, maybe 15 minutes before or whatnot. So, um, I hate to say bye without Grandpa being back on, 'cause that wouldn't be fair to him. This has been a very awesome conversation, guys, and I appreciate every one of yous that had joined in on the chat. I love yous, and I look forward to seeing yous next weekend. And well, I really hate to hang this up without Grandpa being on here. Trying to give him that much more time. I'll close this out at 1:35. It appears that I'm not going to be getting any more traffic anyway. So in about an hour, I'll be saying goodbye whether or not Grandpa gets back on here. I hate to do that. I want to try to be fair, but okay, y'all. So I'm going to say good evening to you, and thank you so much for coming in for the chat. I love each and every one of you. Next Saturday around 4ish, and you have a great evening. Bye.